Welcome to Leighton's Loft, our weekly podcast about sports cards, about life, and everything in between on that peanut butter and jelly sandwich, Lou. I didn't even rehearse that.
No, you didn't rehearse that at all. And you hit the cue right on time. It's like we're flying. We're doing pro today.
Absolutely. So how's everything going? Did you have a good weekend?
Yes, I had a very good weekend. The weather was beautiful, not so much now. And are you guys having this false fall down there? You know?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I know everyone thinks that fall is already here. And I'm like, listen, I've been to football games third week of September, Lou, where there's like beads of sweat coming down, my face.
I was just talking about that with a buddy this morning because I was a Patriots season ticket holder for about 18 years. And old Foxborough Stadium was basically concrete and aluminum. And you would go there in a mid-September game and it'd be 90 degrees out and you'd just be baking in that place. It was like an oven. It was a parking garage with seats, that place. Yep.
Fenway can be tough as well.
Yeah.
No doubt. Hey, what's up, Charles? Make sure you tune in to Vintage Breaks West tonight. The way the schedule is going to go this afternoon for Vintage Breaks, if you're interested, please tune on in. YouTube.com/Vintage Breaks at 5:30. J5 and gang will go live from VB North. Then Charles will take over looking for gold out west at 10 o'clock Eastern time. So we have quite the lineup this afternoon. What's up, Gus? Good afternoon, Dougie. What's up, Lucas, James, Gary, and Rocco? Thanks for joining us here on our weekly podcast. You can find us every Wednesday.
Is Dougie, are you working or are you home? I heard J5, some of the crew is down.
So we're trying to do damage control. And when I asked Dougie yesterday, because I had to do a little bit of a drop-off pickup at the office, I said, Dougie, what's up with your voice? You sound a little different. So needless to say, maybe a little under the weather and wanted to make sure that, we're trying to, of course, protect our environment. And hey, what's up, Phil? Thanks for joining us, Feej. What's up, Joseph?
Charles says he had over 50 days of 110 in Phoenix this year so far. 50 days of 100.
I'm trying to explain to Julie, I don't care if it's Arizona, I don't care if it's California, but I am happy to. We can keep VB on the East Coast. We'll be all over. But let's get a little bungalow, something. Come on.
My cousin lives in outside of Austin in Georgetown, Texas, near Round Rock out there. And the last time I visited him, it was in the stretch of 15 days of over 100. It was brutal.
Wow. Good afternoon, Matt. What's up, Brian? So, gang, has anyone here ever listened to the Joe Rogan podcast?
Oh, I have on occasion, yeah.
So
it's too long. I like Joe. The guests are obviously great. It's just like I can't do 2 hours. I can't commit.
No, even if you do, I've learned how to listen to podcasts at 1.5 times speed. So if I'm consuming card, oh yeah, it's fantastic. Oh, if you don't know about it, Lou, I'm happy to share because I know very little that you don't know. I'm happy to share. Gang. So if you're interested in a topic, but let's say they talk a little slow like this.
Yeah.
And even though the information's quite wonderful, you feel like you're going to fall asleep.
Yeah.
So you can speed it up. And I listen to a number of different card podcasts, approximately 1.5 times speed. And it's just perfect.
Yep.
Hey, what's up, Stu? Good morning from Australia.
Brian picked up on that. I can switch these over now. StreamYard has a new thing, so I can actually switch positions on the screen. Couldn't do that before.
By the way, I think I see both Facebook and YouTube coming in, which is wonderful to see guests from both.
Yes.
Yeah, we got Dougie on Facebook today interacting, which is kind of cool. So, folks, we're going to start off with the prizes today. I have a bunch of fun announcements, but as we appreciate each and every one of you who are coming out and hanging out, talking shop, talking life with us, here on our weekly show, 4:30 on Wednesdays, we give out some prizes. So if you listen to this afterwards and we haven't put you quite to sleep, I would advise you to join us while we're live. We give away stuff every week. There's not many things in life you can count on. There really isn't. But one of the things you can count on is if we're here on the Loft and we're doing a show, we're honoring Mickey every week with at least 7 prizes. And Mickey Mantle, for those of you that are listening to this and maybe you found us through Joe Rogan. He's going to, be gracious enough to tag the Loft, So anyway, Lou, what we're going to do today is we're going to be giving away 7 prizes and listen. I listen at 1.5 times.
Yes.
Sorry, because I saw Matt watch. I'm like, no, I'd be kind of funky. Yeah, no, I listen at 1.5 times.
The first episode of Joe Rogan I listened to, the one that sucked me in, is I wanted to hear him interview David Lee Roth. I don't know why. I was just sitting there, David Lee Roth's on. I want to hear it. I want to hear all the Van Halen dirt for some reason.
Oh, listen, he gets great guests. And as I was reading about him, he gets guests that no one else will interview because they're worried that they're too far left or they're too far right or they're too extreme up or they're too extreme down. And he's like, hey, if you can be intelligent with me and discuss, I don't really care what side of whatever you're on. He just makes it, because I've now listened, not the whole thing, but I've listened to bits and pieces.
Yeah.
I can see why, because he's like, high energy. He's getting fascinating guests.
Yep.
I can only imagine if you try to consume his content at 1.5 times, what may happen to you.
Elon Musk, I went wall to wall. That was 2+ hours, Elon Musk, but I listened to the whole thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I see Joseph. Yeah, go ahead, Blue.
Joseph says he got back his first PSA order today, and it was a bulk submission with a card shop. He was told the PSA is about 3 million cards behind right now. 3 million cards.
Well, I can confirm that. I've heard that they're going to be taking the excess cards, filing a big insurance claim, and simply just building a wall. The one that we've been looking for as so badly as a country.
Yeah.
But all kidding aside, I'm glad you got your cards back, Joe. I have no idea if there's any truth to that rumor, but what I do know is true is we're going to give away 7 prizes today. And this is what we're doing, Lou. We're giving away a $50 break credit in first place. Second place is a $25 break credit to VintageBreaks.com. Third place is a spot in our 1979 O-Pee-Chee hockey set break where you can get a Wayne Gretzky rookie.
Oh, nice.
Which is going for thousands of dollars in a 6. Fourth place is a 69 Topps baseball set break spot. You can find that at VintageBreaks.com. And lastly, we're going to give away four $10 break credits to VintageBreaks.com. And the reason why these break credits are important and substantial is not only will you get free stuff, free breaks from VintageBreaks.com, who's one of our sponsors, of course, of Leighton's Loft podcast here every Wednesday, but you also get into our big events, which is now running. It is up and live. The Buy Any Spot promo, our $1,000 VIP, and now our $5,000 Platinum VIP, where you can win a $5,000 break credit. They're all live. All the details are at VintageBreaks.com. Hey, what's up, Brad? So, Lou, we're going to do something interesting for this week. The prizes I just rattled off, and I don't know if M80, I've heard, is her nickname, the official nickname of Emily, which I had to pause because I thought that was a firecracker, Lou.
It is.
Listen, describes Emily very well. Can't control her, and she's bouncing off the wall. No, all kidding aside, Emily's fantastic, part of our team here at Vintage Breaks, and is also helping us keep track of all the participation going on during our podcast this week, Lou. So this is what we're going to do. Lou, I have no idea how many people are watching because I can't see that on my screen.
Yes.
But if we end up hitting 100 people today, we will double every one of those 7 prizes. So a $50 break credit becomes 100. A $25 break credit becomes 50. If you're lucky enough to win a spot in the 79 O-Pee-Chee hockey set break, you now get 2 spots. But we have to hit 100 viewers live on our podcast here on Leighton's Loft on Facebook at some point during the hour-long podcast.
All right, we've topped out at 50 so far, so there's a little bit of work to do. So you guys starting watch parties, if you start a watch party and put a watch party tag in the comment, then M80 will give you 2 entries into our giveaways today, but we'll get it to 100 and double all those prizes, and it'll be great. Absolutely.
Sure, then it's only 3 $10 break credits at the end of Arturo, but I appreciate you doing the math for us. So anyway, folks, thanks for joining us. That's what we're going to be doing today in terms of prizes, giveaways, and how we're going to be able to give away even more if we end up hitting 100 live viewers. Please spread the hobby love. We talk much more about life and everything in between beyond the hobby. So if you have someone who's looking for a pick-me-up on Wednesdays at 4:30, this is the place for you.
Yeah, and I don't know, Leighton doesn't know this, guys, but we're having a little struggle with Facebook. Have you been involved in this at all?
Not really.
We're trying to promote the show. This is why we need everybody's help. We're trying to promote the show, do some boosts, things like that, get some more people involved. But Facebook apparently thinks because of the name of the show, we're in housing and real estate. So they're treating our ads. They won't run our ads because there's certain housing discriminatory.
That's what's going on. So how do we work on that, Lou?
I'm working on it, but
thank you.
Dealing with Facebook is like dealing with PSA at this point, basically.
Yeah, no, I understand. Slow and steady wins the race, Lou. Well, good thing is that we're not trying to move into the Empire State Building just yet with our podcast. We'll leave that to Joe Rogan and his gang. Afternoon, Nick. What's up? Ernie and Sean. What's up? Lee Chow. Thanks for joining us here from the Loft.
we need our friends to help us out, though. And they got to pass the word around and get some people in.
We do. And what I'm going to start doing, Lou, I don't remember how many likes we had on our Facebook page, but what was it, like 270-ish or something like that?
We're in that area, yeah.
Yeah. So if we hit 300 likes during our show today
of
Leighton's Loft on Facebook, we will give away an additional prize of $50 break credit to vintagebreaks.com.
Wow.
Yeah, we're going to talk about the dip meter in just a few minutes, the bonus meter at Vintage Breaks. But before we do that, it's kind of funny because you'll see I'm going to be going all over the place. Now, did you watch the Brady Bunch, Lou?
Yes, I did. As a kid, sure.
I did. Clearly, I didn't watch it when it first came out, but I did watch it, in reruns later, and I loved it. And I recently got in a very nice condition collection of Brady Bunch. And believe it or not, there's several people who are collecting this set on the PSA set registry and PSA 8 and higher. So
Really?
all I have to do is just drop a line to a few folks, and reporting for duty might be needed for a set.
Reporting.
You can see that.
No. Oh, I can't. I'm sorry.
Oh, there you go. Oh, you didn't see the first two Brady cards?
No, let me put them up here.
Oh, this is great, Lou.
Sorry, I'm doing like 3 things at the same time here.
Only 3?
Yeah.
So that's a couple of the more popular cards from the 71 Topps Brady Bunch set.
Oh, there you go. Yep.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Who was a Brady Bunch fan out there? That's what I want to know. Like, listen, if you've been keeping it from your significant other, you haven't told your kids, it's all good. We're free here. It's like Vegas. Nothing shared beyond here.
Well, I think I told you the other day. Are you familiar with Pluto? I don't know if you have a Roku or anything.
No,
Pluto.
I mean, I used to have a Roku back in the day.
Yeah, Pluto is this app that has a bunch of different channels, hundreds of channels, and one of the ones they have is a Baywatch channel. And I get to the end of the night, and I don't want to get into a movie or get into anything long.
Baywatch is perfect mush for your brain.
Yep, just about 20 minutes, and I just sit there and hit a Baywatch. I'm back into Baywatch for some reason.
That's fantastic, Lou. I love that you told us this. This is great. Now, who else has like a nice little juicy secret? I told you about Lindsey Sterling last week. If she came out as a guest, Lou, oh my goodness, I hope my wife isn't watching. You know what I mean?
Lindsey Sterling. We'll have to work on that. Maybe we can get Lindsey.
Oh, are you kidding me? I would buy like a bunch of her music to give away. I think she's fantastic. I think she's got a great story, and she's fantastic live.
Dan Older says he was into the Brady Bunch.
I guarantee that Dano was.
Donald, into the Brady Bunch. Charles, of course.
Interesting. So Ryan, I don't think I won the Ben Baller Chrome raffle today, but I did. It's something that was put out by Topps, Lou, where Ben Baller, who's a designer and he's done some Project 2020 cards for Topps, designed a 2020 Topps Chrome product called the Ben Baller 2020 Topps Chrome. Basically, the product's super hot. I think I got one because of our Montgomery membership or something, Ryan. And if it comes through, whatever cost is, we're going to tell everyone. We're going to be doing some fun stuff like this, Lou, in the future, like appointment breaks. In other words, if I can only get one product, one box of a product, and maybe I won't even be able to get any more, we may just pass on our good fortune as a company and say, hey, we're selling it for cost. It's going to be available on such and such date at 5 o'clock. It's going to drop 12 spots in the break. You already know what it's going to cost. You'll know the time. But I believe a lot of people will be interested in showing up for example, Lou, like a Ben Baller Topps Chrome box is going for, let's say, like $1,000. Right. And maybe the cost from Topps is $250. Well, I mean, you guys can do the math. So I can make $750 and put it in my pocket, or I could share the wealth with the community, sell it at cost, and have everyone be really excited to join me here on the Loft, on a podcast, or maybe at Vintage Breaks in the office one day. So as long as we get our box in from Topps, hour 1, that's what we're going to do with it. So speaking of Ben Ball, I appreciate you bringing that up, Brian.
Brian says he met Alice in Pittsburgh in an elevator in the 90s.
Did you get anything signed? Did you take any photos? I mean, you wouldn't have done a selfie, but you might have had a camera.
Joseph says there was, and I remember this now, there was a Joe Namath episode on the Brady Bunch.
I do remember that. I mean, I haven't seen any of them in a long time, but on a complete 180 opposite, moving to sports. Really excited today to be announcing once again our next big promotion ends September 27th on Sunday at 10 o'clock Eastern time. So in a few weeks. Well, we just finalized earlier today, Lou. This is the first that any of our community is officially hearing of it. I hinted that it was going to be a basketball Hall of Famer as our next virtual pack break experience with Vintage Breaks. And Lou, if you could put on your calendar, this is also going to hopefully be your first role as our producer for these athlete pack breaks.
Yeah, J5 and I talked about it a little earlier today, and yes, we're booked.
Awesome. So it's going to be none other than the underhanded specialist, Rick Barry, Hall of Famer in the NBA, formerly of the ABA, was on the Brooklyn Nets, was on Golden State. Quite impressive, I think, as an individual, as an athlete. And I can't wait. I don't know if Rick remembers, but I think he was part of a private signing I did with 24 other members of the ABA back about 14 years ago when I was in my early to mid 20s. And so really what I'm hoping is he's just going to let loose and tell us because there's some really juicy stuff about the ABA, Lou.
Oh yeah. I want to hear that. I want to hear those stories. I've seen semi-pro. I want to know what was going on in the ABA. I don't think semi-pro is all that much satire, No,
that's what's totally great about it.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to have Mr. Barry join us. We're putting together our break event for the live experience with Rick Barry in just a few weeks, soon enough. So we'll reveal all the details, but I want to be the first to announce it here from the Loft. So hopefully everyone can hop on into the experience and at the very least tune in on the 24th when Rick Barry joins us at 8 o'clock Eastern time for the virtual break experience. All we're missing is like Jimi Hendrix in the background. We've got the Jimi Hendrix experience playing while we have these different experiences with the athletes. You think that's going to work, Lou, or not really?
I can provide that. Well, actually, no, we can't. On Facebook, we can't play licensed music. But
I read Loose Balls. So I was going to I think I have it in my library still. It was a fantastic book, Rocco. I read that when I first did the ABA signing all those years ago. And I remember seeing Warren Jabali in person and then, wait a minute, that's the Warren Jabali from the book? I think he stepped on someone's head after a play in the middle of the game. And I'm like, oh, hey, Mr. Jabali, how you doing? I was very meager, Lou.
Right.
And then later on, oh my goodness, I had a wonderful time hanging out with those guys. And then Fatty Taylor, may he rest in peace, was my connection to kind of that whole thing. I met him. He was formerly of the Virginia Squires. I met him at an NBA retired players kind of luncheon reunion. And then I just, I worked the magic and said, hey, is anyone doing anything for the retired players? So we did this collaborative project of 300 balls, and we shared some of the revenue with them, when the project was done.
James has got a good idea for a guest. The owner of the New Jersey Generals.
Oh, I don't know who it is, but that'd be super cool.
It's Donald Trump.
Sorry about that. Yeah, let's see if he can fit us in the schedule. Maybe sign a dozen balls for us, and just give them away. Yeah. Hello, brain fart. I don't remember Don Drysdale being on Brady Bunch.
No, me neither.
So what I'd like to do here now, Lou, is I'm going to open up a personal pack of Illusions basketball. Right. This is the new, latest release by Panini.
Right.
Their 17th of the year. I'm not exaggerating. I mean, they release a lot of basketball. So, Lou, if we pull a Ja Morant rookie,
okay,
or a Zion Williamson,
yep,
one of those two means we're going to give away right now a $20 break credit to vintagebreaks.com. If we pull one of those two, we'll give that away randomly on our podcast. Hey, what's up, Connor? How are you? So once again, gang, you have incentive to work together today to spread the love, spread the show, share it. If you share Leighton's Loft and we have 100 people watching live at any moment, Lou will ring the bell and we will double every single one of the 7 prizes we're giving away today, courtesy of Vintage Breaks and Just Collect.
That's what I was doing. I've just done I've been sharing to a bunch of different sites and things like that. So I'm trying to help out here. You guys got to help us out.
Thanks, Lou. Ricky Rubio, Nicola, Buddy Healed. Here we go. This is a cool. Ooh, I like this card, Lou. This is an insert. Steph Curry. It's called Mystique. I don't know if you're going to be able to tell on camera. But this is a super cool looking card. They do a really nice job with their inserts, though.
Oh, look at that. That's very nice.
That's a beauty.
Is that translucent? You can see through that?
Yes. I mean, not clearly, but you definitely can. It's pretty wild, Lou. I was going to say, hey, no.
It's a nice beach.
Yeah, it is. It is pretty cool.
Donald says Deacon Jones was in the Brady Bunch.
Huh. So speaking of football, Lou, I got my first draft tonight at 7:30.
Oh, really?
Any advice for me? I'm late in the first round. These guys know exactly what they're doing. They slice me up every year, and then I just cry mercy and I take Jets.
Well, okay. My first piece of advice is don't take any Jets. Okay?
I know, like literally none, right?
Yeah.
That's so sad. Do you understand? Let's just, before I finish the pack here, I'm trying to be sincere. Do you understand how fucking depressing that is? To be like a Jets fan, forget about they haven't made the playoffs in 9 years.
Yeah.
Right. I'm going to do fantasy football. Like, let's be honest, I don't play for the money. I don't ever win. So I'm doing it to have fun. And here, right. Lou, who I respect, you're like, listen, Leighton, if you want to have a fighting, chance in hell, just don't take any Jets.
Yep.
Lou, this is why my wife's telling me you can't let Crosby be a Jets fan. And to be honest with you, I feel like she's right. It's so terrible.
I agree. You can't make them people like that. I'm feeling you though, because God, up here it's really barren landscape up here. We're not a Super Bowl favorite for the first time in 2 decades, so I'm feeling your sense of hopelessness here.
Yeah, well, where I'm not feeling hopelessness is Marcus Smart and the Celts are up 2-0 in the second round of the NBA playoffs. And I know you're not a big hoops guy, but last night the ending of the Denver-Utah game was fantastic.
Was it?
Yeah, Trae Young.
I know Smart went off last night. I know that. He had a big night. A big fourth quarter, actually.
Yeah, he did. KD, a little KD action.
Beautiful.
A lot of people think the Nets might come out of the East next year with him and Kyrie back. All right, here comes some rookies. Dylan Windler. Remember, we're looking for a Zion and a Ja for me and Kraz, but then we're also looking for one so that we can give away a $20 break credit.
Cards are beautiful, though. What great design work.
Yeah, they are. So, Okpala, rookie. They're super sharp. I hope Crosby is going to stop up here to visit today. I told him he should, but he's not so good. He doesn't really tell time yet, so it's not that easy to. You know what I mean? It's kind of tough. Bull. A lot of people are real excited about this kid. We're going to sleeve him up.
Thank you, Sean. I need the support. I appreciate it. It's rough times up here.
This looks like a very conditioned. Hey, what's up, Jim? This looks like a very condition-sensitive set.
Thread is in the house here. Hey, James, how are you? If it makes you feel any better, Leighton, the Red Sox are worse than the Jets are.
Really?
Oh, yeah. The Red Sox are worse than the Jets are.
But, you guys have smelled some of the, the fruits of their labor in the last, 10, 15 years. What have we got for the Jets?
True, I'm just talking present tense now.
Present tense, you're just very down on.
Team, as it stands today, is worse than any of the Jets teams of the last 10 years.
That's not good.
No, it's not good.
All right, well, that concludes our 2019 Illusions pack. I wanted to give it a shout out to Rich Miller and his gang at sportscollectorsdaily.com.
Yeah, we love it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a place where I go to get my news for the hobby and also to find out if, anyone's turned anything up of consequence, whether it be a dealer or an auction house, or maybe it was American Pickers, who I'm hoping, they contacted me the other day. They were on a trip about some sports stuff. And super cool. So I'm hoping it makes a future episode.
Yep.
But I had a vendor of ours who sells us modern products for vintage brakes, calls me one day at 4:45. Hey, what's up, Monty? Oh, I feel terrible. Yeah, the Lions are definitely not. They're not really looking so much better than the Jets.
Yeah.
So a vendor calls me up the other day, and I really thought there was a problem with an order. He didn't get it out because it was a weird time. It was 4:45. So he's like, "Leighton, are you watching the TV right now?" I'm like, no, I didn't even know people watch TV anymore. He was a little surprised by the the comment. It's like the middle of the day, like at 8:00 at night. I'm like, oh yeah, I got the game on.
Yep.
At 4:45, like I'm not watching Oprah. I don't know. So anyway, so he's like, you're on TV. I'm like, I can't be, Marty. I'm right here. Oh, I gave his name. I'm like, I'm right here. So long story short, him and his wife were watching a rerun of American Pickers. It happens to be one of their more popular shows. It's when they did, this is crazy. So D Wade's, check it out, folks. If you Google American Pickers and my name, Leighton Sheldon, you'll find the episode. So it was a relative of Dwayne Wade's that, maybe abandoned a locker or something like that, abandoned a home, but I think it was a locker.
Yeah.
And they found a bunch of interesting stuff. Some of it which was, let's just say, a little sensitive, and I don't want to reveal too much because I want you to go find the video.
Yeah.
Let's just say it's one of the most rerun episodes of American Pickers.
Really?
Because every time it happens, Lou, I always get texts on my phone. But understand that not all parts of the country are always getting the same,
right? Yeah.
The same reruns, if you will, at the same time. So like some days it's like the Midwest pops up for me. It's kind of funny. So anyway, at the end of it, I asked him, I said, hey, did you watch the end? He said, oh yeah, him and his wife, very sweet. They're like, yeah, no, we watched the end. I said, well, basically, did you see a picture of my son? And they said, yeah, no, we saw a picture of you, and because they know my son. I talk about him a lot. They say, yeah, I saw a picture of you and Crosby. And so it was really, shout out to American Pickers. Listen, they certainly, right, they're doing business. They're producing a show.
Yep.
They're just human beings like you and I. And so the fact that like they heard in my voice that it was important to me, it really does even choke me up to this day that like it's still included in the show in the end. Like they show a picture of me and Cros.
Yeah.
And it's there forever. So I'm super excited to hear about that it was running again.
Love it. So what episode do we look for again?
So you Google American Pickers episode, my name, Leighton Sheldon, or just put American Pickers Lakers, because there was some Shaq and Kobe memorabilia that was found. I'm sorry, was it D Wade or was it Kobe? You got to tune in. You got to tune in. But it was really good. Like I said, the only reason why I know it's good because they're not showing this mug on TV for my looks. They're doing it for the content.
Yep.
So I think it was a well-received episode.
Excellent. I got to check that out.
Hey, what's up, Chef? How are you? Hope all is well with you and your fam. That was what it was. It was Shaq autograph posted away. Check it out. Like I said, I don't want to get it wrong. I already butchered it enough. So Chef,
because every once in a while I'm sitting there watching Pawn Stars, and our buddy Dan Walken shows up every once in a while.
Oh yeah, I text with Dan. Dan's doing great. So Chef, appreciate you joining us. It was D Wade. That's what it was. What's up, Nolan? Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, Slam Dunk Junk. Season 18, episode 13. Ryan K gets a $10 break credit. M80, if you can hook him up. Oh. Emily, for those that don't know, we don't actually have firecrackers that work for us. But we're going to give Ryan a $10 break credit. Check it out. Season 18, episode 13. My TV, actually, it's not my TV debut because I was on Bloomberg before that for a few minutes talking about the Honus Wagner with some great outtakes years ago. It was on Bloomberg. It was a lot of fun. But anyway, Chef, little hockey love going out to you and your kids, Drew and Breeze. I don't know if you caught that at the end. I added the S. It's Drew and Bree. So he did not do it on purpose. We're going to let them share this, Chef. I figured, Lou, this would be kind of fun. Like, imagine Howard showed up today, right? Or the person who wrote the Wax Pack.
Right.
Or let's say Chris Coe pops up. I think it'd be kind of fun to welcome back our guests on occasion, right? Can't break the bank.
Yep.
But on occasion with a little hobby love. So we're going to open up this 1988 hockey pack because I know both of Chef's kids are into hockey. We're going to open up this pack for him right now, looking for a Brett Hull rookie,
nice.
The Wayne Gretzky. I think it's the sweater card out of Topps, which is very popular. And we're going to do that on the house, courtesy of Vintage Breaks. Good luck, Drew and Bree. And Chef, hopefully you will tell them about it if they're not able to watch now. Crosby, if you're watching, bud, come on up.
Still got a little time to get to our 100 viewers. You guys got to help us out, though. Start some watch parties, get some friends.
Where are we at, Lou? How many?
We've topped out at about 55, 56. We're sitting at 50 right now.
So we're getting some love. We appreciate it.
Yep.
So I'll tell you what, Lou, I'm going to give a little carrot in case we don't hit 100.
Right.
If we hit 75,
nice.
I will double first place.
Ooh.
So we're at 50. If we get to 75 live viewers at some point between now and 5:30, we will double the first place prize from $50 to $100 break credit.
help us out. You got a couple kids in the house, just get them to come on and watch the show for a little bit and, get our live view count up.
Absolutely. Appreciate you supporting us here on the Loft. Now, Chef, I know you're a little late to the party. Hey, what's up, Rick? You as well. So we are proud to announce, Stevie Eiserman. That's a nice card there.
Oh,
leave that up.
Love Stevie Eiserman as a player.
Yep. So Chef and gang.
You guys can go to, you can have people watch the YouTube platform. You can have them watch the Just Collect platform or here on Leighton's Loft. And all of those will count in our live views.
Oh, great. So you actually see that aggregate count, Lou?
Yep.
Perfect.
So Vintage Break YouTube, Just Collect Facebook page, Leighton's Loft Facebook page.
No, Leighton's Loft would be best because we have exclusive giveaways on here during our 4:30 to 5:30 hour.
Have them come on and place a comment too.
Yep.
And Nick, I'm not sure whether you're on the Just Collect page or the Leighton's Loft page, but if you're on the Leighton's Loft page, you're all right.
He's all good. I see Nick coming on through. What up, EJ?
Yeah, those comments are coming through, so Emily's counting you. So yes, you're entered for the giveaway.
M80, if I may.
Yeah.
So I wanted to discuss as we're opening up this pack, who's bought something out of an auction recently? Did you buy something from our friends at Golden? Did you buy something from REA or from Heritage? I'm kind of curious what the folks out there, if you bought anything at all. I got a bunch of stuff coming in from REA, mainly vintage cards. I didn't get a nice photo this time. I have something coming in, or a few things coming in from Collect Auctions. Nothing substantial, but curious out there if anyone else has made any pickups.
You had back-to-back Italian hockey players there. That was pretty good.
Doug Wilson. So by far the best pull was Stevie Eiserman.
Yep.
Actually a nice card. Probably, best case of 9. It's still nice.
Hey, Leighton, Nolan asks, hey, Leighton, any new info about that grading thing you talked about during the huge live event? You said more info coming soon. So
well, it's on my list here, Nolan, and I'm happy to talk about it as you've asked about it. It's almost like you were like a prop player, which is a term in poker, like someone who plays for the house. Like they're not doing anything wrong. They just kind of play their cards straight up, but it's like when the poker room's short a few people. I don't know if you know this about me. I used to play in a bunch of poker rooms in the city when I lived in the village and when I lived in Hoboken. So
you're a poker player, huh?
I'm a poker player.
Wow.
I used to play a lot more poker when I didn't have, a family, and 2 businesses. But I do love poker very much.
Yeah, Richard, you are entered in the drawing. Yes. Hopefully, Emily's working off our feed comments here.
Yep. Hey, what's up, David? Thanks for joining us. What's up, Bri? So, in regards to grading.
Can I suggest before you get into that, can I suggest another show that we need to do at some point here?
Yeah.
With this platform, with StreamYard, what we're using here, we can actually have our listeners on, basically like call-ins.
Oh, listen, so it's funny. I'm trying to hook up and get my buddy Larry to be on. He's got some really nice unopened. I wanted to have him show off some stuff. I'm kind of thinking, I'm digging that, Lou. Like, not every guest necessarily has to come on for 30 minutes like Howard, which, by the way, was highly enjoyable. To talk about the story, and the book that he wrote. But, what about for someone talking a few minutes about, hey, I just bought this out of an auction last weekend. I lost this, but this is what I bought. What do you think, Late? I think that'd be awesome.
Yeah, we can send out the link to them and they can actually appear. We can do a show of basically calls, and maybe we do a theme where if they have a Mickey Mantle card or something like that, or something from the Yankees or whatever we pull out, or maybe show us your dogs, right?
Absolutely. Listen, so shout out to Rudy and James Phillips out there at Audi. So I said to Julie the other day, because, I'm very slowly, Lou, being able to talk about Argy Boy a little bit more. And, it's just tough. Like, we're at home constantly, Lou. So there's a lot of memories, of course, in our home are ingrained in my mind and my family's mind. So I say to Julie, honey, it's definitely too soon. But, I really love this dog, Rudy, that my friend James has, but the thing is he's in Florida, and she goes to me like as if that's the problem, that he's in Florida. I'm like, he's a beautiful German Shepherd. So she's like, I thought a small dog. I'm like, I know, but did you see Rudy? He's fantastic. Yeah, so I can see, Lou, it's gonna be Slow but surely, slowly but surely.
Listen, the pain starts to fade a little bit. And then what happens when the pain fades, you look around and he's always around. He's always in your thoughts. He comes up, you remember him, and they become warm and kind thoughts. And it gets better. It absolutely gets better.
Yeah, well, I do appreciate everyone's support. Everyone's been real kind. What's Brett saying here? Oh, these are the names. Oh, no, listen, I thought my new name was going to be my DJ name. I told Jules about it. She said, what is that exactly? Because she didn't realize I was going to be pursuing a DJ career, or at least a passion. And I said, well, my friend John Sauter has moved back out, east from San Diego, where he went out there right after Rutgers College in the early 2000s to become a DJ. And he had a bunch of good gigs. He doesn't do it anymore, but I'm trying to basically get a turntable and some other equipment for my loft here so that, not just for like when I watch a sports game, I like to watch it loud.
Right.
It'd be kind of fun to, play around with some music. And I think my name's going to be L Train, unless we have a better name.
Oh, I like that a lot.
Yeah, we talked about it last week, I think, or the week before.
Who came up with the for when you're doing your loft and your breaking shows here? Who came up with late night spelled Leight, late night?
I don't honestly remember. It might have been J5. It might have been Sam. It might have been me. But the thing is, Lou, like it's hard for me to take credit. I just say a lot of shit every day. So I figured if I say enough stuff, something's going to stick.
Yep.
So I'm batting like 077, but I have a lot of at bats. So I'm getting some hits is the point.
Yep, absolutely. And that was great. I love that. I laughed out loud when I saw that. It's perfect.
Oh my God, Revenge of the Nerds, man. Yeah, if I could watch that tonight, like Crosby was in bed early and I had nothing to do, it would be fantastic. Did you watch Revenge of the Nerds? I watched it as a young kid, and I remember my parents or my mom being horrified that she's like, "What's going on in that movie?" I'm like, "Nothing. What are you talking about?"
Yeah, no, I've seen that movie. I love that movie. I forget who's the blonde in there. I like blondes. So.
I don't remember, but oh my God, like that scene is ingrained in my mind where they're at that whatever you call it, the fair, and she thinks she's with a different dude, and oh my God, it's fantastic. Yeah, exactly, chef. I figured you do that when you're cooking, right? Like you can't bat 1,000, chef, running your catering business, and you're like, oh, the last 17 dishes I've done are all perfect. I'm sure like you're testing on your family, like you're making them dinner, and your wife's like, oh, what's that? Like, oh, I guess that's not going to go out to the Joneses next week.
We're up to 59. We're not too far from that 75. 60, we're over 60. If we can get up to that 75, we're doubling the first prize tonight.
Yes, if we get up to 75, we double the first prize. If we get up to 100, we double all 7 prizes.
Yeah, that's what we're going to work over the next few weeks. You guys got to help us out here. Spread the word. Get some people to like the page. Bring some people along. I want our first 100 show. I want to get that going. So,
yep, I think that would be fantastic. And make sure you stay tuned today, folks. J5 and the gang will be right after this at 5:30 Eastern time, and they'll be going live till 10. And then after that, Sir Charles and his search of gold out west will begin at 10 o'clock Eastern time.
All right, Ted, I have to know what set of circumstances Ted's like married, right? He's got
he's got kids. I mean, this is what we believe. This is what we believe. I can't verify. Now you verify.
He's like a guy in the middle of his life with a family and everything. What set of circumstances led you to be able to tune into Revenge of the Nerds?
Because you know what? Because like Lou and I want to do that.
Yeah, but I can't go home and make my girlfriend watch Revenge of the Nerds. I just can't do that. I'll be mocked and ridiculed.
I think it's fantastic. Julie Montgomery is Betty. Oh, Betty Childs. Like what a name! That name is. Of course, it sounds like she should be in that movie. Now, how old is Julie Montgomery today? Can we get her on screen? Like, let's get her on the phone, Lou. Do you have her number?
I don't have her number. I'll see. I'll check IMDb, see what's going on with Julie. What is it, Julie Montgomery?
Yeah, Julie Montgomery. That's what Ben said. Yeah. Oh, he said his younger sister had not seen it. Wow. Well, good for you to make sure that you brought it into her life. It's fantastic.
All right.
So, Lou, while you're doing some research, I'm wondering, can I bring up the Vintage Breaks website so that they can see it on screen here?
The Vintage Breaks website? Hang on.
Yeah. And if not, we can do it for the next week's episode.
Yep, I can get it. Vintage Breaks website. Give me a second.
Sure. Wow, she's at least 65. Very interesting. I remember there's an episode of Seinfeld where Elaine's dating an older guy, Oh, there you go. Oh, well, she's older now. I'm like, yeah, on the left, she looks younger. So how old is she? She's 40. She's 60.
Yeah.
Okay. The one in the middle looks a little funky. The one on the right,
Yeah. That's still pretty good.
Yeah, no, listen. Well, if Julie wants to come on the show to talk about the Revenge of the Nerds, man, we will definitely have you on. We'd love to talk.
You know what? I think I might have told this story before too, but when I was doing a daily radio show every year for my birthday, I would give myself a gift of the guest that I wanted. And I would usually spend a month taking it. And my favorite one was Janelle Maloney, who was on West Wing. She played Donna on West Wing. And I had
my goodness. Now, Lou, if we're this is a wonderful rabbit hole, by the way, at nearly 5:15 live here from the Loft on Wednesday. Like, if you have nothing to do, this is a perfect place for you to find out about peanut butter and jelly, grape Swedish fish, and all sorts of interesting facts and figures about baseball cards.
Yep. All kinds of interesting facts about everything.
So I remember, like, a very popular show was Beverly Hills 90210.
Sure.
And although I definitely remember watching it, there was a show called Melrose Place, if you remember.
Yes.
And I think her name was Sydney Sheldon. She was an actress. Oh, I had a huge crush on her. So, yes, if she wants to come on the show, Lou, let's get her on also.
Okay, you give me a shopping list. I'll contact William Morris, see who
Listen, Al Toon, Larry Bird I'm working on, sincerely, but it's going to cost – I'm going to literally have to take out a second mortgage and potentially have to give one of my fingers because Larry's is messed up from basketball, so he's looking for a transplant. No, I mean, I'm being gross there. It's not true. But, look, you understand the severity of it.
Yeah.
So, Lou, if you could scroll down a little bit because I'm not able to on the site, I want to get to where our bonus section is. Great. Today's shows, the sketch, live bonuses. So the dip meter is 11, which is pretty absurd. And if you scroll down just a little bit more, you can actually –
For the beginners here, explain the dip meter.
Oh, sure. So the dip meter at vintagebreaks.com means it's our bonus meter. So if you make a purchase at vintagebreaks.com, two things happen. One, you get your spot that you've paid for in the break, right?
Mm-hmm.
Two, depending on how much you spend, you get entered into one of up to all 11 of those bonuses. And if you're not sure, two things happened. One is it's automatically tabulated for you. So when you make your purchase of $17 at vintagebreaks.com, you look in your breaking dashboard that is individual to each person, and that will show you all of the bonuses you've been entered into. Nice. And then additionally, if you scroll down just a little bit, Lou, if you want to know the details about any individual promo, you click on the blue box that says prize detail, and we'll actually bring up all of the information that's pertinent in terms of the buy-in, the entries, and the most important thing, which is the prizes, will all be spelled out for you right there under prize detail. And once again, each and every spot that you earn in one of these respective 11 particular bonus promos we have running right now will appear in your dashboard.
All right. Nice.
So we'll straight up we've mentioned Lenny Dykstra. We're going to hold off there, Sean. And I'm sure Lenny would be a wonderful guy to have a beer with at the bar. And if we ever cross paths, I'll happy to have a beer with him. I'm like a little bit worried which Lenny Dykstra we would get.
Yeah. Have you heard any interviews with Lenny Dykstra? He's a handful.
Yeah, a handful, depending on how big your hands are. You might need more than your hands.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And he's got some stories, though. He'd be a great interview.
Can't Buy Me Love. What a great movie, Donald's. Oh, Sydney also played Sophie Burns on 90210. That's what it was. She was running games on David Silver. Wouldn't turn her down if she wanted to get coffee. Monty, you know what? Monty, we got to get you on here, whether it be, we probably don't have enough time today. So Monty is now he's writing blogs for Vintage Breaks. He's writing blogs for Just Collect. He's my personal TV concierge. Look, he knows all the different things that I don't know about Sydney and my desire for her to be a guest on the Loft.
Who are you looking for? Sydney who?
I thought it would say Sydney Sheldon. I'm going to Google it. Just put in Sydney Sheldon 90210. Huh.
Sydney Sheldon is a writer.
Yeah. No, I know that. It's not his place. Maybe I'm getting the last name wrong. Oh, yeah. Melrose Place, Sydney. Oh my God. Yeah, this is fantastic. What's her last name? Am I getting it wrong? I just see Sydney everywhere. Maybe she's like Cher. Let's see. Monty, help us out. Is this Sydney Sheldon? Oh, this is her. Melrose Place. Oh, Laura Leighton. That's why I messed up the thing.
Oh, Laura Leighton.
Yeah, she's got a strange, a little strange. She's like, Laura Leighton, how you doing? Wait, my first name's Leighton. What? Very interesting TV history here. That's what City. I knew something was going on. Oh, thanks, Tom. So Monty wrote the article about wrestling on our blog at justcollect.com/blog. Check it out. We recently bought an amazing wrestling collection of 1982 and 1983 wrestling. There it is, Laura Leighton. Yep. 1980. Has she done anything recently?
Let's see. Let's scroll down.
So what is she? She's like she's mid-40s, 32, 90. Oh, she's 52. Excuse me.
No, she did LA's Finest, a TV series in 2020.
Oh, she's active. Good for her.
Pretty Little Wine Moms rewatch TV series as Laura.
Oh, Pretty Little Liars. I think that was a popular series. I wonder if Julia.
Pretty Little Wine Moms, I guess. I don't know. Oh, Pretty Little Liars. Yep.
Sydney Andrews, real name Laura Leighton. That's what it was, Monty. I was messing it all up. That's great. So, folks, drop your comments in the feedback here for the last few minutes. I love that James recognized that we've gone down quite a rabbit hole today. What do you guys think? Did you enjoy that content? I loved it, but I'm the only one talking here besides Lou, other than the folks chatting in the, in our stream, which we appreciate. But of course, I can't hear you. I can just see it.
How does Ted get away with this stuff? She's hot. The wife must be out.
Yeah.
I can't make those kind of comments.
So Lou, I got another pack here I'm going to open. 89 Upper Deck. This one, though, I want to give away.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if you have a trivia question up your sleeve already. If you don't, we'll do something different.
I have one.
Great.
That I've had in the bag for a while.
Oh, thank goodness, Lou. Like, literally, this is what I need you to do. Just like we were going out in the desert and you're like, oh, shit, I didn't bring enough water. I need you to always have a trivia question, like deep down you could pull out a where if we need it.
Yeah, this is the last one I've got, but I'll go get some more, I guess.
All right, good.
All right, so you ready?
All right, yep, we're ready, folks. First person to get this right on any platform that we see, that Lou sees first, is going to win this pack. And the caveat is, if whoever wins it gets it, they get to keep the Griffey. If we pull a Griffey rookie, we're going to give an extra $25 break credit to someone in the chat.
Oh, see, David is producing the show. I kind of like this. We do need some rabbit hole theme music.
How do we do that?
I get some music, but we can't play licensed music here on Facebook. So I have to find a piece that's not licensed. And
sure. That's exactly. Let's talk to Lindsay Sterling. Maybe we can make a deal with her. She'll make some music for us. Oh my God.
Great.
Ooh, now I'm like 100% in love. I'm going to have to do, what's the thing where you have multiple wives? Polygamy or I don't know, something.
I know a couple of violin players, so I could have someone play it and we could say it was Lindsay Sterling.
Oh, no, don't break my heart like that and mess with my head.
James is exactly right. Alice in Wonderland. That's exactly what I was thinking. Although Ted's got, Benny Hill, that would be good. Okay, here's the trivia question. This one's not easy. There is one major league pitcher who has won postseason games in 3 different decades.
Ooh.
Yeah. And I will nail it down for you guys a little bit because we're kind of short on time. I'll nail it down for you a little bit. It's post World War II.
Okay.
One major league pitcher has won postseason games in 3 different decades.
Which is amazing. You're not even just saying appeared in. You're saying actually won.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should go with appeared in.
All right. Well,
I believe he won, but I'm not 100% certain.
Well, listen, we'll just say appearance for now.
Yep.
Tom, by the way, for those that don't know, my wife is in family law. I'm saying it nicely to catch the drift. Yeah, listen, it's not in my cards, so to speak, to have multiple wives. Let's just say.
I just saw it. Who had it? Connor has it. Jim Palmer.
Jimmy Palmer. Wow, what a stat.
Oh, and Connor has Tom Brady.
60s, 70s, and 80s?
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yep. All
right, so Connor, this is going out to you. This is a free pack. Crosby, one more bat flash. If you are out there and you want to come up, sweetness, come on up. We'd love to have you on. Jude, you know I love you, even though we've been talking about, because I got to clean up this mess here, Lou. This is all live and recorded, so she could play this back late at night, and it's like 12:45. She's watching something on her iPhone, and all of a sudden I feel something.
Right. Yep.
I am hoping it's a peck on the cheek. Good night, honey. You know what I mean? Like, so, I'm looking out for my well-being and all of your well-being if we want to continue the loft,
Yep. Absolutely.
All right. So I'm sorry. This is going out to Connor, right?
Connor. Yeah.
All right.
I'm not going to try the name there.
Yep. Neither am I. Connor M. That's how I wrote it down, Lou.
Maciotra?
Yep. Now, Lou, did we get to 75? Any chance? Did we sniff it? Did we smell it?
No, we got to the mid 60s and we're sitting at 61 right now.
It's pretty good.
Yep, not bad. But we're going to start. And again, we need your help, people, because Facebook is kind of impeding us a little bit. So tell all your friends about us and make sure they come and join the loft. And it's not just baseball cards. We're having a lot of fun, a few laughs, and going down rabbit holes. So bring some friends.
If we pull a Griffey rookie, we're going to give away an additional $25 break credit to someone randomly here. And we're going to spend the last few minutes, Lou, after this. We're going to be talking about grading and how we're going to try to help the vintage breaks community.
Yep. Oh, wait, Boggs, yeah. I have to give the disclaimer because some people are out there. And again, comments come across the feed at various times in various outlets. So my feed here is the arbiter here. And Connor was the first one to come up with it on my feed. Lou
rules. Thanks for clarifying, Lou. I used to have these everywhere. I could hear my mom screaming in the house. What the hell are you doing with those stickers? Oh, my God. I don't know what I was doing with them. I would put them on the wall. She's like, what are you doing? I don't know. I like the way they look. I don't know anything. I mean, I still don't know anything. I'm just older.
62. We're like 13 away from hitting that 75 mark.
Yep.
Get us on your phones. Get us on a second laptop.
Tony Fernandez. Ozzie Virgil. No rookie in this pack, which is very uncommon and sad for us. No rookie in this pack. All right, so no Griffey, but still a free pack for you, Connor. So we'll send that out to you. So, folks, we're going to spend the last few minutes talking about grading. I'm actually going to take a call after this, try to finalize things. So I won't say the name yet just because I want to confirm with him and his team that we're good. But, Lou, what we're going to be doing for Vintage Breaks and the community is we're going to be resuming helping the community shortly get their cards graded by PSA. And the way that we're going to do that.
Pull that off.
Yeah, the way that we're going to do, well, very carefully.
Yeah.
So the way that we're going to do that, first of all, let's be very clear here from the beginning. This does not mean that PSA is faster. This does not mean I have any pull with them.
Right.
What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to look out for the community, and I realize that there is a need for both folks who are breaking with us and getting nice cards that they'd like to get them graded, meaning they would like to get them sent out from here to the grading company and not wait an extra 2 weeks for them to get it, then for them to send it out. So,
right.
Hey, Kraz, come here, honey bear. Come here. Well, we have a special guest. Come here.
All right, Kraz is here.
Come here. Want to say hi?
Hi.
No, I'm going to say hi on camera, honey.
Hi.
They can't see you yet. Sure.
Hi.
You said bye. Oh, show them what you have. They might be interested in your stack. Come here. They don't know about that stuff.
Yeah, we got a hide this week. That's good. Now we need.
Come here, sweetness. Awesome. I want to see that ice pop. No, Kraz, tell him what kind of ice pop you have, honey.
Hi, Crosby.
Kraz, tell him what kind of ice pop you have. He's nervous. I can tell. He's trying to squirm out of here. Okay, I love you. Well, I do appreciate that he came up and love him just so much.
Yeah, last time.
Yeah, Leighton, he was a little nervous.
Last time we couldn't get a high, so.
Yeah, we got that. We'll take it.
Ooh, we're at 71, guys. Keep pushing. We need 4 more. We can get
four
over
more by 3 minutes, and we will double first place to $100 break credit. Hey, what's up, Stephen G? I'm glad you found us. So, folks, here in a nutshell is what we're trying to accomplish, and I believe that we're going to be able to. So we're going to be able to resume grading cards for folks that are pulling cards from our breaks and would like to have them graded and have them sent directly from here to PSA. And then for folks that want to have their cards graded from their collection, I'm happy to offer my advice, whether it be, via phone or email or chat, in our broadcast and such. And so what this company is going to do is they're, what's known as a group submitter, but I believe what separates them from everyone else is the technology they have to monitor your cards every step of the way from the moment they receive them to the moment they send them out to PSA. Yep. And so for us, Lou, that's not what we do at Vintage Breaks and Just Collect, meaning we submit our own cards, but we don't have an IT background. We're not building systems to keep track of people's cards. I'm like just throwing stuff against the wall for J5 and Sam, and hopefully they can catch it and pick it up. So point being is that once all the final details are ironed out, and I believe they'll be ironed out in the next couple of days, we're going to be resuming those services. But they're very valuable for folks because it's not just about the cards that you're pulling from us. You can seek my advice and submit your cards to PSA through this group submitter, but you no longer have to call the office and say, oh man, J5, did you send out my stuff? Or like, where is it in the queue? Right. All that stuff is going to be there for you in a transparent fashion, which we're going to have this individual on as a guest, whether it be on Vintage Breaks or on my Loft or on both, where he's actually going to show you, he's going to walk through and do the same demo that he did for me. He's going to do it for all of you and show you not only how easy it is, it does take a little work, but realize though your peace of mind is incredibly high. You know exactly when he got the cards, when they went to PSA, when they're on the way back from PSA, and when he ships them to you. And that is very tough to beat.
All right, so it's not going to be necessarily faster, but you're going to have more accountability. You're going to be on top of it. You're going to be able to trace and see where everything is.
And that's really important, Lou, because I'm sure with PSA, let's be honest, right? If I was on here with Steve Sloan or one of their reps, they're going to say to me, hey, Leighton, we're doing the best we can. We're hiring. And so the point is, like, I have to support that. When I say I have to, I want to support that. And I know that PSA is doing the best that they can with the resources they have at the moment, and they're trying to scale up. So under that premise, if you want to submit your cards, knowing they still may take a while, at least you know where they're going to be in the queue. Because I understand for a lot of folks, who's going to remember after 30 or 40 or 60 days, hey, where's my cards?
Yep.
So this is going to make it a lot better.
Joseph says his local card shop says the turnaround is roughly 8 to 10 months now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, appreciate the kind words for Crosby. I wanted to say this while he was here, but he didn't let me. He ran off. He was a little nervous. I told him what I wanted to do, and I think it made him a little bit embarrassed. But, in a good way. So Crosby received his monthly shot today for his congenital hyperinsulinism. And so what that is, it's a shot that kind of goes into his butt cheek that he's got to get some cream on and numb up the area because it's pretty painful. It's a long needle. He gets a lollipop. Today I think, listen, he gets it every month, and as he gets older, I just think you become more aware. He was very aware. We'll just say that. Yeah. And he's very brave, and I told him as such. And so I wanted to say that while he was here. But he's certainly a very brave little boy. Yes,
excellent. And so he's growing up. He's starting to handle it like a man, right?
Yep, doing the best that he can, like all of us are out there. So I advise with that all of you to love every day that you can. And enjoy, whether it be it's a tennis or golf or you're eating some chicken wings, which, by the way, I discovered jerk chicken wings. Like, I've had jerk chicken, so I'm very well aware what that is.
Yeah.
I never had jerk chicken wings. Unbelievable.
Isn't it funny how you can have food epiphanies? The one I had the other day was bacon jerky.
Ooh.
Yeah. Didn't know it existed. And
Lou, that's what I want for the holidays. Thank you.
Bacon jerky?
Yeah, it sounds delicious.
Not grape Swedish fish?
Well, no, I would take both. Actually, the sweet and salty, Lou. It's perfect.
Yeah, excellent. That'd be right.
Okay, just get me a good beer and we're all good.
Yeah, I like it.
Well, listen, thanks for joining us this week from Leighton's Loft, our weekly podcast. You can find us every week at Wednesday, at 4:30 p.m. And we are now going to finish off the show with our 7 giveaways. We fell just short of doubling up the prizes, but we do appreciate everyone's participation. Now, do we have M80 on standby with the list?
We got 73. That's how close we got.
Wow. Well, you can imagine that we'll hopefully be there next week 7 times on the rando. What's up, Emily? How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you, Leighton?
Good. Thanks for helping us out today. So for those that don't know, Emily is helping our staff there at Vintage Break. She is a Rutgers student, a graduate, if I'm not mistaken. Emily, you were considering where to go to law school, right?
Yes. I graduated technically in January.
Yeah, so we're thrilled to have her a part of the Vintage Breaks team. As long as she would like to be here, we're happy to have her. It's funny, Emily, you show up at an interesting time because we're all talking now about interesting foods that we've recently tried. So is there anything in your world because of COVID you tried that you now are just like, oh my God, I love food-wise, but I did not love 6 months ago?
I don't know if anything because of COVID. Me and my whenever there's a new candy or new something that comes out, we always have to try it.
Really?
Like me and my mom always just want to try the new thing, or I always want to try a new thing. My mom's not as adventurous as I am.
Sure.
I tried one thing that my sister found. It was really actually kind of gross. It sounds gross, but it wasn't great. It was Captain Crunch cheese popcorn.
I saw that. I don't know about that.
I tried it. It's not good, but I had to know.
All right. Well, just FYI, Sam was in today, not feeling great. So let's wish him well and get some rest. And then Dougie was pretty much ordered to stay home, as we believe he is not feeling well either. We want to try to make sure everyone gets some rest and gets better real soon. So,
all right, give me one more. I want to give 10 seconds here. We're at 74. If we can get to 75, the offer's still good, Leighton, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely, Lou. Spiro, what's up from Australia?
Yeah, Spiro's from Australia. Yeah, we just hit 75, so that's good.
Great. So first place is going to get a $100 break credit instead of $50. All the other prizes will be the same. I have my list right here. Emily, whenever you have the winners, let me know.
Spiro, come back next week. I want to talk. I want to know about Australia.
So do I. We're talking with Stu from Australia, J5 and I, in the next couple of days about VB Australia and our expansion. We had to put that on hold for a little bit as we had some other business to attend to, but we're going to resume seeing if we can make that happen.
You need to roll the dice for see how many.
Yes, 7 times, Emily. I already rolled.
Oh, 7?
Yep.
Okay.
So, it's good luck. It's ironic for Mickey.
That's right, Brian. Thank you, everybody, for the watch parties and all the help and all of that. Nice to get us up to 75. We're going to shoot for 100 in the next couple of weeks. Got to get that going.
Absolutely.
All right. 1.
Kevin's smelling crunch berries all day.
I kind of would like that.
Oh, clicking the wrong button. Sorry.
No problem.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Who's going to win 100?
5.
Free $100. All you got to do is say something. You say
6.
crunch berries, you win $100.
And 7. So
Lou, that might be the new safe word, crunch berries.
Crunch berries. I like it. We need a safe word. Wait a second. What did I sign up for here?
So the first place is Brian Gumto.
Great, Brian. You win a $100 break credit at vintagebreaks.com. Who's second?
Mass Con, which is Connor Mass.
Connor won a $25 break credit. Who's third?
Phillips Di Maria.
Great. Big Phil Feege. He won a $79 PG hockey set break spot. Who's fourth?
Jim Lammers.
Great. He won a 69 Tops baseball set break spot. Congratulations, Jim. And who's the last 3 folks?
Nick Mattiacci, Frank Carr, and Brian Dudley.
Great. Well, you all win a $10 break credit to vintagebreaks.com. Today's show was sponsored by Vintage Breaks and Just Collect. Thanks for tuning in. As always, you can find us every Wednesday at 4:30 Eastern Time right here on Leighton's Loft weekly podcast. Lou?
Hang on before we go. Kevin has a question I think we should get to.
Sure.
How old are you to talk about the possibility of liquidation of some of my collection?
Oh, sure. So, Kevin, please contact me directly, Leighton, Leighton, at justcollect.com. Thanks for putting it on the screen there, Lou. Or you can call our office really any day from 10 to 10, which is pretty crazy, but we break and we run Just Collect, so we have wild hours. You can call us at 732-828-2261. Time Life operators are standing by. Thanks, everybody.
Thank everybody. Great day today. We had a blast. We always love talking to you. We'll see you next week.